What happened? I don't understand. I do not understand. Merrick doesn't understand. He promised me. Why? Why did you tell me that? Why did you lie to me? This is making me so sad, even like saying this right now. I'm trying my best to fit into society. Hey Chopsticks! Today on the menu is Costco! Now, if you are new to my channel, welcome! My name is Merrick. Nice to meet you. I film mukbangs and ASMR, so if you are interested in these types of videos, make sure to subscribe. Without further ado, let's get started! Alrighty, so I got my delicious food right in front of me. Going from left to right, we got poutine, cheese pizza, and also some crunchy chicken wings. I almost said chicken nuggets. These are chicken wings. I am starving. Let's eat, everyone. Which should we go for first? I think let's do a piece chicken wing. A piece of the chicken wing. Let's do a chicken wing. There we go, Merrick. Work on your grammar, honey. Got my chicken wing right here. Open wide. Got it. Got it. Slay. Mmm. 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 Not bad. For Costco fast food and the cheap prices, this is amazing. Sometimes when I dine with people in the food court, they complain about the food, like it's not high quality, and I'm like, you paid $7 for it. What do you expect? You know what I mean? I feel like at Costco, you really get your bang for your buck. You get a lot of food. It's not terrible. It makes you full for a low price. Granted, it's not the most healthy food on the market, but hey, you gotta treat yourself, you know? For my regular viewers, you guys know that I love to eat my chicken wings very, very cleanly. Like, I don't like to leave a speck of meat on there. Just because, like, in some parts of the world, some people don't have food. And I feel like just throwing food away is just not a good thing to do. Okay, so let's move on to the poutine. Check it out. Please ignore the back. It looks really gross because I was posing with it for my thumbnail shot with a fork, so it's all messed up. But let's ignore this part, cover that up, and check that part out. That's how it looked like when it was served to me. Doesn't that look good? Oh, I love poutine so much. If you don't know what poutine is, God, I don't know where you've been. You've been living under a rock. You would never be accepted into Canada. You would be rejected citizenship. Like, poutine is so Canadian. I think it's actually French Canadian. Before I take my first bite, let me just educate you guys a little bit. So poutine, I think, is like one of the, it's not like we don't have like official national food, I think, but like when you think of Canada, you think of maple syrup, the RCMP, and poutine. So if you want to be Canadian, make sure you try some poutine and make sure to love it. Basically, it's french fries, cheese curds, and gravy drenched all on top. So bombs. Let's take our very first bite, shall we? Okay, here, I'm actually gonna do a close-up so you guys can see me take my first bite. Oh, check that out, you guys. The gravy. Do you see the cheese curd right there? Oh, and the french fry. So good. Man. That's what to die for. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm sure you guys noticed already. earlier on in the video, when I was taking a sip of water, I actually have a new mug. Check it out. This is what it says. I'm kind of amazing. I'm kind of amazing. Get it? Because like A is like Canadian. A lot of Canadians say A. And there's the maple flag. I love it. It's so adorable. I'm kind of amazing. Ugh, just saying. I'm amazing. I think I'm so like Canadian-y. What's that term called? I'm so like nationalist. I'm so like proud of my country is because like it's Canada Day soon. Canada Day is like the Independence Day here in Canada. It's like 4th of July in America. Except ours occurs on July 1st. Whereas America's is 4th of July. I always thought Cinco de Mayo was Mexico's Independence Day, but apparently it's not. It's to like mark a very famous war. I actually did a Cinco de Mayo mukbang, a Mexican food mukbang on Cinco de Mayo. If you're interested in watching that after this mukbang, I'll link it right there. It was really good. I think I had some burritos, chips, salsa. It was a blast. Okay, let's move on to the pizza. Oh yeah, this looks so good. Open wide. Open wide for the cheese pizza. Got it? Got it? Slay. Look at that. So much cheese today. I feel like I'm going to be spending 3 hours on the treadmill after this. It's still pretty early. It's like 7 p.m. So yeah, I'll be finished filming this at 8 p.m. So 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. I'll be on the treadmill. Try to burn this deep fried food off, burn this gravy, the cheese curds off, and burn the pizza off. But for now, it's totally worth it. Out of the three, I'm not sure which one's my favorite. It's hard to pick. I gotta say the chicken wings, I think, just because I love chicken wings to begin with. So these two were like kind of, they weren't really competition to begin with. They didn't stand a chance in my books. Like, who doesn't love chicken wings? Chicken wings are like so versatile. You can eat them at bars, you can eat them at restaurants, you can eat them while you're watching a football game, a baseball game, a hockey game, a soccer game. They're amazing. Let's talk about pricing for a second. So, all this food came out to, I think, around 13 Canadian dollars, 10 USD. Chicken wings, 10 pieces of chicken wings was, it was the most expensive. I think it was 7 Canadian dollars. So 7. I think this was 4. 7 plus 4 is 11. And then this was $2. So 7, 4, 2. Those are the pricing. Or, I mean, the price breakdown, if you're curious. So $10 USD for all this food, like, that's what I was talking about in the beginning of the video. What a deal. Okay. Ooh. Here's a good French fry for y'all. Do you see the French fry? Slay it. Slay it. Slay it. Slay it. I wonder if Poutine is like common around the world. I wonder. Or is it only like in Canada? You know what I should do? One day when I actually make YouTube my full-time job and actually have a larger budget to invest in my channel, I should book a flight or a trip to like Northern Canada. If you're Canadian, I should book a flight to Yukon, the Northwest Territories, Nunavut. I should book a flight to like the very Arctic parts of Canada, rent an igloo for a night, and eat poutine and maple syrup and have my husky in the video with me, a rented husky. And I can also do some ice fishing and keep using the word a. It's funny. I'm totally going off track from my notes, by the way. I'm just freestyling it right now. It's funny because in reality, I'm not gonna lie, not many people like here in Canada use the word a. I feel like it's a stereotype. Like no one says a boot instead of about. Everyone says about, no one says a boot. But the thing is, I actually say a on a very regular basis, like just in day-to-day conversation with people. I'm like, I know a, or like, oh, that's a really good restaurant, eh? Like I actually say a. I don't hear anyone else say it. Like I actually say it. It's so weird. It's not like I'm consciously thinking about it. It just comes out of my mouth. Okay, I'm gonna go back on script. The next thing I want to talk about is the question of the day. Today's question of the day is, what is your go-to excuse when you don't want to do something? What is your go-to excuse when you don't want to do something? Maybe you don't want to do the dishes, maybe you don't want to do your homework, maybe you don't want to hang out with a certain friend. What is your excuse that you always use when you don't want to do something? Let me know in the comments down below because I would love to read all of your responses. Okay. Oh my god, I'm getting a little bit full already. The thing is, with like very greasy food like this, like it makes you like full extremely fast. Like the French fries are so heavy, gravy is even heavier, and the cheese just like pushes my stomach down so much. So, as you can tell by the title, today we are doing another story time! Yay! Story time, story time, story time, story time. Go grab yourself a cup of tea because we're about to spill it. Y'all, y'all, y'all. Okay, now that we got the story time intro done, I'm going to tell you the name of the story time. I actually don't want to tell you the name of the story time because it's really frustrating me. The name of the story time is Give Me Money Part 3. Part 3 of Give Me Money. I really wish there was a part 3 to the Give Me Money More story time or Give Me Money story time because the longer the story time drags on for in my life, the worse it gets. And it'll make a lot more sense after I tell you what happened to me. If you're here for the very first time on my channel, this is the very first MerrickEats video you've ever clicked on, make sure to go check out part 1 and part 2 of my Give Me More Money. No, it's called Give Me Money. Make sure to go check out part 1 and part 2 of the Give Me Money story time. I'll link them on the screen right there. Go check them out first because honestly, I feel like if you don't watch those two first, what I'm about to say next for the next 10-20 minutes will make no sense whatsoever and you'll be so lost. So pause this video, go watch those two, come back, finish this one. If you don't have time, don't worry. Write a little note to yourself. Watch it after school. Watch it during your break at work. Okay. Like, give me money story time. Oh my god. I really wish this story like I just wish the story time ended, but right now I'm kind of giving you guys like a day-to-day update of like what's going on with the situation. Like this story time isn't something that happened to me like a year ago, a month ago. It's happening to me right now. Okay, so here is a very quick refresher. Basically, it has to do with my internet service provider, my ISP. Something went wrong. They're giving me a very difficult time about it. And because of that, I called into their loyalty department asking for compensation because this problem has been going on for over 2 years. Not 2 months, not 2 weeks, 2 years, 24 months. So that's why I'm seeking compensation from their loyalty department. Wow, I did a very good summary of my part 1 and part 2 story time. Okay. So obviously I'm going to be using fake names for all these people just because I don't want to expose their identity. So where I left off last time was calling into the loyalty department and I spoke to the loyalty representative. Let's call him Tom. Let's call him Tom, okay? So I called in, I spoke to Tom, and he offered me $200 when I was expecting $20. And I declined his offer because I wanted more, because I'm greedy like that, you know? And let's call Tom's supervisor Jessica. Let's call her Jessica, okay? So, this is what happens after what I said in part 2. So Tom tells me that Jessica is out of the office, so she can't speak to me right away. And I'm like, no problem, I understand. Like, what are the chances of me calling in and her being in the same, like, in the office at the exact same time? Just because how this corporation functions, they have multiple offices around Canada. And since Canada is huge, we have multiple time zones. So she was off work already, which is totally understandable. I'm not mad about that, okay? Oh my god, these chicken wings are so good. Nice and crispy. So what Tom does instead is he writes down the entire situation of what went on, and he tells me that he's going to forward this case to Jessica when she gets to the office. I ask how long will I have to wait to hear back from either you or Jessica. He tells me 24 to 48 hours, okay? 1 to 2 business days, pretty standard. Pretty standard. I'm like, okay, no problem. Guess what happens? Guess what happens? 4 business days pass by and I hear nothing. Nothing. Zip. Nothing from this ISP company, nothing from Tom, nothing from Jessica, like nothing. What happened? I don't understand. I do not understand. Merrick doesn't understand. You told me that she's going to be calling me in 1 or 2 days. Like, she's calling me. I'm not calling her. I conferred. I'm like, is Jessica calling me? And Tom is like, yes, she is calling you, not you calling her. So I'm waiting for this call from Jessica, okay? For like 2 days, and I hear nothing. And 3 days goes by and still nothing. Like, I'm so confused. Like, you told me she's calling me, but nothing happened. Like, why? Why did you tell me that? Why did you lie to me? That's like where I was at at that point of time, okay? So I decided to take measures into my own hands and be proactive because I'm a good citizen, I'm a good role model, I'm a good person, I'm a good whatever in this world, okay? I'm a good whatever in this world. I am proactive, I take charge, whatever. This is what society expects from you? Fine. I take charge by following up. I call in again. And don't think calling in is just a walk in the park, okay? It's not. I feel like when I'm mad, I use a lot of like hand gestures. I'm like, it's not. Such a queen, such a diva. Okay. It's not a walk in the park because to get to the loyalty department, you have to get through like the first level of customer service reps on the phone and you have to explain the entire situation. And because my situation is so complicated, as you've seen in part 1 and part 2, because you have watched part 1 and part 2 at this point, right? Right, Merrick, not along, because if you haven't, make sure to go watch it right now. But yeah, the situation is so complicated. It takes me 10 minutes to verify that I'm actually Merrick calling in. It takes another 10 minutes to explain the situation. So 20 minutes out of my day gets wasted trying to bypass the level 1. Like the level 1 customer reps. Finally, I get to the customer loyalty department again. I tell them what happened. And because, like I said, there's so many offices in Canada for this company, I'm just gonna like make up random cities. Like these aren't the actual cities that the offices were located. Let's just say that one office was in Toronto, one office was in Montreal. Okay, it's not those two cities, but I'm just saying. So when I spoke to Tom about Jessica, he was in the Toronto office, and when I got transferred on the call, like from the level 1 customer rep, I asked, "Oh, can you transfer me to the Toronto loyalty department?" She said, "Oh, like using our systems, we can't do that. It's just whatever rep picks up the next call. So it could be Toronto, Montreal, Edmonton, Calgary, Ottawa, Victoria, Vancouver, Halifax. It's all just random." So the customer rep couldn't transfer me to Tom's office where Jessica works at. I'm like, oh, that's a big bummer, okay, but whatever. I get transferred to Montreal and I deal with, what's my fake name for him? I deal with Jacob. And guess what? Jacob is absolutely clueless as to what I'm talking about. But thank God I have a case number written down for him to reference, and finally he puts 2 and 2 together and figures out my situation. I also want to state that, like, Jacob, Tom, they were extremely nice about the entire situation. They weren't mean about it. Very nice people, very apologetic. It's just very frustrating for me when they tell you that they'll do something, but they won't. They tell you they'll call you back, but they won't. It's like going on a Tinder date. Oh, I'll text you in 2 days. They don't. You know what I mean? So, I talked to Jacob about the situation, and he's super apologetic. And then he told me that he would escalate it, so make it a greater importance, like flag it down, highlight it for the managers to see. And he promised me, he said, "I promise you that someone from a managerial level will call you within 24 hours. And I said, you sure? Like, you promise me, okay? Because last time I spoke to a different loyalty representative named Tom. He also told me that someone would call me in 1 to 2 days, and that didn't happen. So how can I trust you when you tell me that you're going to call me in 24 hours? And he just said, we're gonna try our very best. Like, honestly, like, just believe me. Someone's gonna call you in 24 hours. And I'm like, okay, Jacob, I'm giving you a chance right here. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. I've been burned by your company in the past. But okay. Okay, Jacob, just because you're very nice, you're very charming on the phone, you sound like a very nice young man, I'm gonna listen to you. So I hang up. I feel like you guys can figure out the story time by now. What happens next? Do you even need me to like keep talking? I don't think you do. You know what happens in the story time next. I like the saucier fries. Ooh, oh my god, look at this one. Yes, slay. 24 hours goes by. Like, this is making me so sad, even like saying this right now. 24 hours goes by. Nothing. Did you hear me? Let me speak louder into my microphone. Hold on. I'm going to move closer. I said nothing. Now, did you hear that? Nothing. I hear nothing again from this company. Jacob, you promised me 24 hours. What happened? You promised me. I don't understand. Why is everyone lying to me in life? What do I do to you? What did I do to you? I did not like slit your mother's throat or something. Like, why? Why are you lying to me, Tom and Jacob? 2, 3 days, 4 days even goes by. Nothing again. First, Tom lied to me. Now Jacob lies to me. 2 offices have lied to me at this point. This is great because I've been with this company for over 2 decades, like 20 years. We've been using their services for 20 years, and this is how you treat a 2-decade-year-old customer. So today, I am proactive again. I don't know why people praise proactiveness. I just think it's a pain in the butt being proactive because like I would rather just like be passive and let people call me, let people come to me than be proactive. Like I don't understand it. But whatever, the workplace, friendships, relationships, they all love it when you're proactive. So I'm trying my best to fit into society instead of trying to be unique. I don't know. I'm just talking out of my ass at this point. So I am proactive. I called in this morning. And who did I speak to? I spoke to, here's her codename. I spoke to a young lady named Blair. Blair Waldorf. No, just kidding. I wish. Okay, we're just gonna call her Blair though. Blair looks up my case. Don't forget that I had to spend 20 minutes verifying who I am, explain the situation again to like the level 1 representative. So then I get transferred to Blair, wasting so much of my time. And Blair is like, oh my god, I am so sorry you have went through this. I'm gonna contact Jessica right away. And the good thing is, I got transferred back into the Toronto office. Like Blair, Tom, and Jessica, they're all in the same office. But Blair tells me that Jessica and Tom aren't in the office right now. I think they're on a different shift or something. I don't know, but they're not in the office. I'm like, oh great. I forgot key point of the story time. This is how it ties into my question of the day. What's your go-to excuse? When I spoke to Jacob about Tom not calling me back or Jessica not calling back, Jacob was like, "Oh, no, sorry, I'm getting these names mixed up because there's so many names." Jacob from Montreal was like, "Oh, sorry, Jessica from Toronto, the manager, was out of the office for a couple of days. That's why she didn't return your call." I'm like, if that's the case, then why did Tom not tell me that she was out of the office. If your colleague is out of the office, you would tell the customer, oh, you're not going to be able to receive a call for the next week or something, okay? Don't build up my expectations. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. I don't really know how to explain it. Like, I would be perfectly fine you telling me, oh, Jessica is away. It's going to take maybe a week and a half for her to call you. I'm like, okay, that's no problem. I would rather have that than him promise me she'll call me in 2 to 3 days or 1 to 2 days and not have that happen and me just waiting there. Why do I have these situations going on in my life? Like, why am I so unlucky? So that's why Jacob told me. Jacob was like, oh, he was like, Jacob was like, Jessica was out of the office, okay? That was his excuse. I'm not sure, like at this point, I'm not sure if it was an excuse or not. Like I kind of bought it. I'm like, oh, maybe she actually was out of the office. Okay, so Blair, her reason for Jessica not calling me was because Jessica was sick. I don't know, man. Like, these are they excuses or are they valid reasons? I can't tell. Like, in the back of my mind, I'm just like, why does Jessica not want to speak to me? Like, I'm very persistent. I'm gonna, like, if it takes me a year, 2 years, 10 years, I'm gonna keep calling this company and bringing up the situation. Like, the longer I call, the more times I call, the more likely I will get more money out of this because I'm going to have more negotiating power. Instead of being like, oh, I called once and no one called me back, I'm going to be like, I called 3 times and no one called me back. Like, how is this acceptable? Once, maybe, like the fluke. 3 times, not so much. So the more times they don't return my call, the more likely I can get more money out of this situation. I don't know. Like, I just don't understand. Like, you're a professional company, right? Like, it's a big company. Again, I don't want to say their name because I'm brand friendly on this channel. Because you know your boy needs those sponsorships badly. Like, if this was like a relationship, if this was like just like you going on a Tinder or a Grinder date, sure you can ignore the person, say you'll call them back, but not really. But this is an entirely new situation. And it's so annoying because I want to ask for either Tom's, either Blair's, either Jacob's, or Jessica's direct phone line instead of going through level one reps, explain the entire situation. Just like I just want to be able to reach them directly, or like at least get their email or something to like talk this through out on email instead of having to like be on hold because of high volumes. But according to their company policy, they're not allowed to do that. Ugh. So I just have to keep calling them and following up with the situation. I don't know. I don't know what to do. This is so good. So yeah, that's part 3 of the story time. Maybe there's going to be a part 4. Who knows? Do you think Jessica will actually call me back? Maybe Jessica was in the Toronto office and she was just like, hey, I don't want to deal with this guy named Merrick right now. Just say I'm sick. Please excuse this man. Oh my god, I'm so full. I feel like I only ate like 20% of the food because it's so heavy, but so good. Okay, I actually have a surprise for everyone right now. Sorry, pizza stuck in my teeth. My surprise is a shout out contest. Ta-da! I love using hand gestures. I don't know why. I do the thing. I do the story time, and now I'm doing the shout out contest. So I'm gonna be hosting a shout out contest right now in the video. If you don't know my shout out contest or what my shout out contests are, I do random shout outs in videos. So I encourage everyone to watch all my videos and for the entire length because you never know when a shout out contest will happen. It's all random, but this is a clear example because I didn't tell anyone that I'm having a shout out contest in this video. But yeah, I'm having a shout out contest in this video. If you would like a shout out from me on camera, in a mukbang, in a future mukbang, use the hashtag chop in your comment down below. Use the hashtag chop to be entered into my shoutout contest to win a shoutout from me on camera. And honestly, your chances are so high because I feel like no one really watches my mukbangs for the entire length. Sometimes I ask people in the comments, I'm like, oh, did you watch my entire mukbang? And they're like, no. I'm like, oh. But yeah, if you would like a shout out from me on camera, make sure to use the hashtag chop. Okay, so I think I'm going to sign off right now. Leave it at there just because I'm not gonna be able to finish this. There's so much food. I ate 60% of the pizza, 4 or 5 wings, like half of the wings, and probably like 30% of the poutine. So much food. Alright, so that is all for my video. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. If you are subscribed, make sure to turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. Love you so much, chopsticks, and remember to slay your day.